They hold the stories of Texas, but many of our state's historical markers are disappearing under decades of rust and neglect.
One man is fighting to keep that history alive, and his mission has captured the attention of thousands across the country. News 10's Alyssa Riggs has the story of one man turning forgotten markers into shining reminders of where we come from.
They're everywhere. They line Texas highways, busy street corners, courthouse lawns, small town cemeteries, quiet country roads, dance halls, and schools.
Over 17,000 historical markers tell the story of Texas if you stop long enough to read them. But time has a way of quieting even the loudest history.
Now one Texas man is giving those stories a second life, restoring Texas history one marker at a time. Meet Chris Woolsey, known online as Chris Restores. He spends his time on a statewide mission to clean, repaint, and revive the cast iron markers that many Texans pass every day without a second glance.
The first inspiration I had for it was actually a complete accident. I was on the Texas Historical Commission's website looking up some information about a specific marker. I found that as a volunteer, you can go out and work on these. And it's not only their blessing, like it's encouraged. So that's pretty cool.
With a truck bed full of spray paint, patience, and a deep love for history, Woolsey travels across the state, restoring everything from century-old cemetery markers to markers outside well-known dance halls. One of his favorite projects took him to the iconic Green Hall.
Getting invited from the folks in Green, Texas to come out and work on the marker at Green Hall was so cool, and I knocked out all 7 while I was in Green, and I learned a ton, and it was just such a fun experience for me. And the people in Green, Texas, they're my people. Everybody was so into what was going on. Oh, hey, what's going on? Oh, that's so cool. And it's just like, you know, you don't get that everywhere.
Now, his work brings him to Waco, a place where local history runs deep. Here, markers sit outside former school sites and churches that shaped the early fabric of Central Texas. As he sands away the dark paint, letter by silver letter is revealed. Lost details reappear. Names, dates, stories often for the first time in decades.
Somebody went through the effort at some point to go through the application process, and it was important enough to them. And if it was important enough to them, it's important enough to me, and it's probably important enough to somebody else. And it's just, that's kind of the whole thing, right? Is talking about these kind of small tidbits of history. So none are too small.
Online, thousands watch his transformations, the before and after shots, and the history lessons he posts alongside every restoration. What started as a hobby has become a national conversation about preserving local history.
It's actually thousands of people that care, and not just Texans, but people all across the U.S. I have people from Tennessee, Georgia, Florida, Louisiana, Alabama messaging me asking how they can do the same thing in their own state and what I would recommend. And it has been so cool to see how many people have been inspired to not just pay attention to the markers around them, but I even have a couple people online that will send me the markers that they have restored themselves, which is really cool. It's just something that I didn't expect. And that has been such a fun journey for me.
And his impact goes beyond comments and likes. Many followers say they've started noticing markers they used to pass without a thought. Some now report damaged signs or restore ones in their towns, helping lighten the load on the small team overseeing the statewide program.
They only have 2.5 employees that take care of the entire marker program as far as the application process, the vetting process, the registration, the facilitation of the markers. And so they depend a lot on people to get the information out there. They don't have the resources to send 2 people around the whole state to do this, right? So you can always report a marker missing. You can report a marker damaged. I love to get comments and messages and emails about, hey, this marker looks like this. Could you come out and share the story and fix it up? And that's what I'm here to do.
For Woolsey, it's not about the recognition. It's about connection. He hopes each restoration reminds someone to slow down, look around, and connect with the place they call home.
I try to make it as engaging as possible. For me, it's already interesting, and my hope is that by telling the story and trying to connect it to the community around it, that will engage more people to kind of slow down a little bit. The world's so fast-paced, and I would just love that big sense of community to come together and slow down.
From courthouse lawns to forgotten back roads, each restored marker becomes a revived chapter, a piece of Texas history saved from being lost to time. One man, one mission, thousands of stories shining again. Alyssa Riggs, KWTX News 10.